Coming up on this week's Diz Pod, we are halfway to Christmas. We've got some great news dropped today and how to beat the heat in Disney. All that and more coming up on the Diz Pod. Finally here. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks and it is here. Lots of prep, lots of work, and we are on video now. We can also be heard on the YouTube Music app, but you can also watch us on our channel now, which is, I think, going to be really great things. I think I talked about it before. We had an average of 84 views is what we were up to. The averages were creeping up, but that's way too slow for me. We're talking like 18 weeks of content, and I just don't think that those outlets are really beneficial for a creator as far as growing numbers. I don't know. It just wasn't working, but YouTube is now the biggest platform, and we have, at the time of this recording, the inaugural, we are at 11.5K subscribers, and our videos, if we do a vlog, we're looking at an easy 1,000 views. So I think this is just going to jump up exponentially, and I think we're going to be happy with that, and I think it will expose more people to our channel. So I think it's going to work in a lot of different ways, and it's not just going to be me anymore. I have a wonderful panel of great Disney lovers, friends, and people, and I hope over the coming weeks, I know you will all embrace them and enjoy them, and you already know them, a lot of you. So let's bring them in. We've got from Silverson Studios, we have Lawrence Wilson. What's up, Lawrence?
How we doing?
Good. We have Dana Bauerlein.
Hello, viewers.
And we have Aaron from Our Disney World Fix. Welcome, my
Greetings.
friends. Yes. We'll bring them all in, and yeah, welcome, guys. I can't say enough about how much I'm appreciative of you giving me your time and dedicating it to the channel and the podcast. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Agreed. Thanks for having us.
Yes, for sure. So I think we should get started. We have some Diz news to cover. We'll cover Diz news. We'll have Parkz discussions every week. We'll do some different things. And so let's get started. It's time for some Diz Park news.
Wow, very exciting.
Yes, right? Beautiful.
Apparently my name is Corey Ellis.
Well, you know, that is there. Yes. So yeah, that, well, you know what? That might be something that we just pop off right there for now. How about that? We're working out some kinks for sure. I'm glad you mentioned that. You don't want to be me? Okay, that's fine.
Hey, I'll take the 11.5K subs.
Oh, okay, sure.
I wanna be like a Corey.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, I did hit 2,400 today during my stream, so
Hey,
congratulations.
Nice job.
So we'll start with some news here. We'll probably build up to the biggest story that dropped today, besides the one that just dropped, that we'll discuss at another time. But Disney has been talking about its halfway to Christmas celebration, and that kicks off June 13th through the 15th. So I mean that's happening already. Today's actually the last day. So I
Can you
probably
believe we're halfway through this year already?
Sheesh.
We're 6
Wow.
months.
I mean, when I compiled that story, it felt like that was like, you know, weeks away. But this is just a sample of what they were doing in the resorts. This was Disneyland. California Adventure had the eggnog slush, and they had the Mickey gingerbread over at the Grand Floridian. They had, now this is what they had. You know, they have this chocolate dessert, this brownie pop, which looks pretty good. I would love to have tried it.
Yeah.
it's just such a limited thing. I mean, it's 2 days, and it's one place in the entire, as big as Walt Disney World is, 2 snacks located at one resort.
Yeah.
You know, the brownie tree pop and the ginger snap cookie. I certainly would have tried to get my hands on those. But it is the 15th. Aaron is on property. He could go over and grab that. And then look what the cruise lines got.
Aw.
Right? Isn't that Santa so cute? I think he's really, really cute. And they got the popcorn bucket from last year.
I'm about to
And
say, I recognize that popcorn bucket. Roxy
Yeah.
wanted it. We never were able to get it.
and it's a reindeer sipper, and also that Mickey cup there.
What is the Santa?
It's a cupcake. That Santa is a celebration cupcake in vanilla frosting with Christmas sprinkles. So probably not anything special, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's really cute. Yeah, he's
Now
really
the
cute.
gingerbread cookie, I'm surprised that Floridian didn't do that because of their giant gingerbread house that they do
Yeah.
during the holiday season, and everybody could kind of get a bite of that. But
True.
I'm down on that brownie. I'll tell you that. I'd be
Oh, that would be my favorite thing to try right there.
yes.
Is the brownie pop for sure.
See, they release these things every year, and I'm just like, oh, that looks good. Too bad it's not dairy free.
Yeah, that's tough.
Wah, wah.
That's tough. And, you know, so everybody knows Disney, or Aaron knows better than I do. Disney does have options. They're moving in the right direction, but they probably don't have enough at this point, right?
They're not frequent enough. Like, just quick talking about that. We're like you said, I'm at a resort. I'm at Coronado Springs, and we had lunch at Rick's Sports Grill, and they had the chef come out and talk to me about my dairy allergy and what he could fix me. So they are moving in the right direction, just not quick enough with the big enough options.
Gotcha.
I will say, though, that every time that we had a table service experience on my most recent trip, Lawrence can attest to this, the server always asked if anybody in the party had a dietary issue.
Very
Always.
true.
They usually do, and they're good about that.
That's good. Very good. Very good about allergies. Yes.
Moving on, we have the announcement of the 2024 Disney Princess Half Marathon Weekend. And if you complete all of the races, you actually get, now they do this every event. If you complete all the races, you actually get a special medal to go along with that. And that's going to be the Anna and Elsa medal, I believe, and they're serving as the mascots this year. There is, so the races are the, let's see, Princess Tiana is one of them right there.
That's
And,
cool.
yeah, so that's Princess Tiana, and that's the half marathon there. And the 10K is Rapunzel, and right here, as they say in the article,
My girl.
Ariel. It's Ariel. Aaron
My
should
girl.
run that with Ariel like on his chest. If anybody doesn't know, Aaron has a beautiful 11-month-old, and I'll tell you that I'll tell a story about that in a second. So February 22nd through the 26th, 2024, is when the event is going to take place.
Maybe
It looks
somebody
like
knows.
general registration opened on, well, actually, it hasn't happened yet. June 20th at 10 a.m. And there's also a virtual half marathon weekend, which is opening on June 23rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. And let's see. I think that's it about that. So let's see. What are your thoughts on the marathons?
That
One
was
thing-
actually going to be my question, whether or not, if you're not able to get down to the parks for like a higher entry fee, are you able to send some kind of proof that you did it on your treadmill and still receive the medals? I think I heard, maybe it was during COVID though, that you were able to do the Disney marathons on your home equipment.
Yeah, from my understanding, you can. Samantha Lowe was telling me about that, and I believe you can.
That would be helpful. Even if you could, I assume you can walk these 5K, 10K,
Yeah.
etc. So that would be helpful for exciting for people that were trying to get healthy and maybe had some health conditions and things like that. Maybe I'll do a little research and report back next time.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, I looked into that, and I guess they just go on the honor system. It's on you if you just want to buy the medals and say you did the run, because I don't think there's really any way for you to prove that you did the run at home.
I believe that's what Sam said. It is honor system.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense to me in a way. Why would you want to spend all that money for some Disney medals when you're just running at home? But I guess the other perspective is, if you just can't get to Disney and you want to participate in something like that and get a medal, then I guess that's a pretty good option.
Have you seen the medals though? They're pretty awesome.
They are beautiful.
They are sweet.
I honestly didn't get a chance to look at any of the links that Corey said.
They're really, really cool. And one year was a big Madame Leota. So if you're a Haunted Mansion fan, of course, it's all about what you collect. So I think that might be the appeal of those.
Sure.
But yeah, they're sweet. They're sweet medals. They're legit. They're heavy. They're really nice.
Yeah, they're great. Some new merch has dropped for, I think, one of the greatest rides for merch. I think this is going to be a good topic of discussion at some point, maybe for us, where we can talk about what Disney attractions do their merch the best and who needs to do better. I think
is that a Spirit jersey?
So yeah, we have a Spirit jersey with a bunch of different items on the back of it. You've got the Tower of Terror font. I see a clock and a hat and the dial for the elevator. And I think I see what would you call it? A suitcase. So well done. I think it's well done. I think the cup is pretty nice.
Not in love with the color. Not in love with the color, even though I know that's thematic.
Yeah.
Right. So too much of that. What is it, like a deep red? You would call that maybe.
I guess I'll take the opposite opinion. I like that red.
I like it because what it represents. It represents Haunted Mansion. I mean, oh God, Haunted Mansion. Tower of Terror.
My gosh.
You see where his mind immediately went to haunted.
Yeah, I know.
Park hopping in Corey's head.
Right. But it represents Tower of Terror. I mean, that color says, they should name that color Tower of Terror. They always do a great job with the ears. I think the ears look great. So anyone that's listening, you'll have to look this up. You can actually look it up at WDW News Today. And I will preface that some of the photos that we are using, because we can't obtain all of these photos on our own. So we do go to media. So we thank WDW News Today, Disney Food Blog, when we show some food. That is not my photos. So we definitely appreciate the use of that. So that's a little bit of the merch look. Oh, do you want to see it again?
Yeah, comment on it. I'm not I'm more of a actually female cut t-shirt person. I don't like to wear the men's cut t-shirts. So when I'm looking at this, outside of the ears, and I always love a good pen, this seems a little male heavy to me. I'm not really seeing anything new that screams female skewed. I don't want to insult anybody who loves shirts like this or sweatshirts like this, but for me, I would probably pass these by just because they seem more male to me than female.
That probably has a lot to do with the color scheme too, right?
Correct. I would guess you're right, Lawrence. You're so smart.
I think that's part of why. Could be the styling and the color scheme also just kind of skews more that way. But you know what I do like? You had talked about the when we were there in May. You had talked about the Runaway Railway shirt where the shirt had all the different scenes on it. I think more rides need to do that in the gift shop and have something that's themed really to the ride and the experience all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. When I saw that shirt, I just fell in love with it. And for anybody that's not familiar with it, it literally is the track of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And it shows little icons or drawings of all the points in the ride. It was a no-brainer when I saw that t-shirt to just grab it and buy it. And I thought immediately, how great would that be to be able to do like a haunted mansion, type of thing, because you can do the graveyard and you can do you can do the attic and just points along the way, and just there's so many rides you could do. Small World, there's just a lot of different, they could run with that theme.
Sure. I also think that Disney skews a lot of the merch based on boy versus girls, specifically in children's clothing. I think the ride that does the best, making it either unisex or female and male equal as far as apparel goes, is Haunted Mansion. I think that Disney knows that there are just as many female Haunted Mansion freaks as there are male Haunted Mansion freaks, that's not just for men and boys. I also think that one place where they fall down in that exact respect is Pirates. I don't think Pirates has a lot of good clothing merch. I don't know what you guys think. There's a lot of like swords and all of that stuff laying around. But as far as clothing goes, kind of light.
I totally agree with you. When I was thinking about this particular topic, my brain actually went to Pirates. I love Pirates so much. And I don't know. I don't think they're doing the merch right there. I always look. I don't expect to see much. It's almost like, all right, bear with me on this one. What do you think? I almost get like, and no offense to the bikers, but I don't wear biker t-shirts. I don't do that. It's almost like concert-y biker t-shirt type of style. I feel like it.
And it's a lot of like, this is my wench.
Yeah.
And this is my, it's like, like you said, how about some parts of the ride?
Yeah.
On the shirts. And it's actually one of the busiest gift shops, I think, when you get dumped off after the ride. There's people everywhere in there. But I never buy anything.
Yep.
But I'll buy something in Tower after I get off Tower usually, which is usually nobody hangs around in that gift shop, which, so that's interesting. But yeah,
that's a great point.
Come with the merch.
That's a great point. I have never bought anything in the Pirates store. Have you, Aaron? I just never have.
I've bought a couple things.
Have you? I mean,
usually what I end up buying there is, I'm dying of thirst, let me get a drink.
Okay, so that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
That counts. Hey, that goes through their cash registers. That counts.
I just heard the bathrooms right there, so that's always like, yay, bathroom.
So that's
and Jungle Cruise is pretty. The Jungle Cruise is pretty lacking as well.
It could be the Jingle Cruise at Christmas. Let's start that.
You know what though? They don't do that bad of a job. Like right now, I kind of like what they're doing with Jungle Cruise, but the thing is, where do they put it? They put it in Pirates.
Okay, thanks. Because I was like, I don't remember a gift shop coming out of Jungle Cruise, and I've been on there quite a few times.
I don't think I've ever seen Jungle Cruise merch across from Jungle Cruise.
No, you got to go to Pirates. It's usually on the right side. If you stay to the right side when you exit the ride and you get through the store, it's usually at just before you exit the store. It's on the right side. I've stopped and showed it a few times. So if I think about it next time I'm live, or Aaron's live next time, you think about it, stop and see if there's still merch there. I think there is. It's pretty cool, the artwork.
I think you'll be at Magic Kingdom before I will on live again. So
okay, yeah. So I'll be there on Wednesdays. So I will have to make it a mission to check that out. It's cartoony, it's cute, and they incorporate a lot of the phrases that are well known to the ride. So we all know that Jungle Cruise has some great great humor, which I think I just talked myself into wanting to buy something from Jungle Cruise because I do own a Magic Band, but I do not own Jungle
All
Cruise.
right, it is still my mission to get Corey to buy a mug again.
You know, when you add up how much you've spent on mugs since you've lived in Florida and it goes to the 4 figures, you stop buying mugs. About $1,000.
I am not mission complete until I get him to buy another mug. Sure, I'll get yelled at. Sure, I'll get yelled. I'll get yelled at by Tammy, but I don't care.
There was a time a few months ago that Tammy comes up to me with a mug in her hand and she's like, "Look at this one," and I'm like, "Okay, so is that permission?"
Uh-oh.
Did you guys lose audio?
Yeah, I lost him.
Yeah.
Oh, did you lose my audio?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, okay, maybe that second, okay, we'll have to work on that for the second cam. So, I was just saying that, did you hear when I said that Tammy once brought a mug to me, like in the last few months?
Yeah, well, that's where it cut you off.
She brings a mug to me, and she's like, "Look at this mug," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it really is nice." I'm like, "Okay, I'll buy it," and she's like, "You're gonna buy another mug?" I'm like, "You came to me with the mug in hand. Are you testing me, or what are you doing?"
It was just a test. That's right.
Yeah.
It's a test, and you failed.
I failed because I was about to buy that. So
that we didn't have souvenir shops on the docket tonight, but do you? I find that there are a couple little secret souvenir shops that tend to carry things that the mainline stores don't carry. Like underneath Spaceship Earth, there's a little gift shop, and I found Haunted Mansioneers in there that Memento Mori's doesn't have.
Weird,
Really?
right?
Yeah,
Weird.
I mean, I didn't know if you experienced that as well, like little pockets where you find little secret nuggets of souvenirs.
I know I've seen that. I can't think of a specific reference, but I know I've seen that before. Like, oh, that's weird that's over here. Or even in different parks. There could be something related to something in Magic, but if they're selling it in Hollywood Studios.
The funniest thing I've ever seen is seeing Flower and Garden merch at Magic Kingdom.
Huh.
Well,
Why?
Why?
Right. Well, let me ask this to you, Aaron, because you're in the parks, a lot too. I feel like that we never saw that before COVID. And
No, I don't remember seeing it before.
Like you would never see Epcot merch on Main Street ever, ever, ever.
Do you think it breaks the theming too much by doing that?
I personally think it does. But
yeah, I think it does. But then, it goes along the lines too, is there's frustration sometimes on our part when something is sold only in one place. Like mainly like maybe Disney Springs, because you frequent the parks more and you're like, I got to go all the way to Springs for that, or I have to go to this particular park for that thing. I guess it's the general stuff. I don't know. Sometimes there's general merch that is just in one spot.
Well, if it's festival merch, I expect to have to go to Epcot for that because that's where the festival is.
Yes.
But if it's like a general merch item, like, oh, look at these cute pink ears. Oh, they're only at Disney Springs. Crap.
That's what I mean. Something like that. If something's general, it should be available more widely. So
I do appreciate though having, and I'm sure if you know that you want to get the Figment popcorn bucket and you have to go to Epcot to do that, then you have to buy a ticket to do that. However, a lot of people aren't going to do that, and they're just going to go home and they're going to pay the price on eBay for it. I don't know. It's like 50-50 for me. I like the merch to be in the park that it's for, but on the other hand, if you have a park hopper and you're absolutely exhausted and you can get a Flower and Garden cup on Main Street, yay, I don't have to go on the monorail all the way back over to Epcot to get it. Thank you, Disney. So I guess it just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Well, me, I guess that's different for us because me and Corey are locals. So.
Well, it's funny because I'm an annual pass holder, and so you have the Figment magnet out now, and we have debated going there to get it. We will actually be there June 30th, but we don't fly in until late at night, so we will miss it. But we did get the what do we do? Orange Bird and the first Mickey one, and we went for Dumbo. Like, we made special trips just to get those magnets. So sometimes you have to do it.
Lawrence, I'll give the sticker to you. You can at least have that.
Oh, there you go. Appreciate that.
I'll leave it with Corey.
All right.
Well, I'm sure Lawrence will want to hit up the pass holder lounge. Oh no, will it be gone? It's going to be gone.
Yeah, it'll be gone.
Yeah, because we won't get to Epcot until the 4th.
Corey, did you get to experience that?
I did.
So what was your review of
I
that?
got to experience it while we were hanging out with Aaron while he was live, and got to experience it while I was live. I think last week I showed everybody around and what was offered. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to show about it, and Dana and I covered that in the last podcast or two about what we thought about it. So if anybody didn't hear about what we thought about that and what Disney should do in the future, you can check out that podcast on Spotify and Apple.
Yeah,
we had a great discussion with that. So I don't know, that whole merch thing sounds like something we should plan for some time. I think we could expand on that subject.
Yeah,
I just wanted to pull up this. Before we open up our next topic, that Flower and Garden will be ending soon, and Food and Wine will be here for most of the year, like it tends to be now. And I was just excited to show that some of our favorites are back, and these are some of the favorites right here. The filet mignon from Canada. That is just melt in your mouth. And forget about this. If you are coming on vacation and you're trying to decide, well, I want to go to Le Cellier, I've never tried it. I mean, definitely do it. I'm not discouraging you from doing it. But if you're going for some of the greatest steak there, go eat somewhere else at a sit down and just go to the Canada booth and try that filet mignon, because it is better than what's inside.
Tell us, Corey, why that is. I know you mentioned it on stream the other night, but for anybody who maybe missed that, there's a difference in the beef, correct?
There's a difference in the beef, and the difference is when you sit down to eat in Le Cellier, they actually are using beef from Canada.
So Le Cellier is the sit-down restaurant in Canada in the World Showcase.
Yes. And so to follow that up with the booth, they use American cows. So I don't know what those differences are for real, but that's what the waitress told us when we ate at Le Cellier.
It's got to be a difference in the feed, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would say so. And Jillian is very excited that the adobo yuca fries are back.
Adobo, yum.
Those are some of the best fries I've ever had, and it's probably the most visited booth for us of all time for a festival. It's almost a must-get every time.
And these are in which country, Corey?
That is right across from Test Track. It's called the Fry Basket, and yeah, they have other items there, which I don't remember what they are exactly at the moment, but that was the highlight for us. For sure. Oh, you know what? The other thing that they had was they had a fry flight. So it was 3 styles of fries on a flight, and they were all good. Very, very good. Sweet, savory, hot. They did a really good job with those.
Gotta love the potato.
Oh, yeah. And of course, the peanut butter and jelly wings are just amazed. It makes you never want to eat chicken with nothing but besides peanut butter and jelly, I think.
And where does one get these?
You can get those right in the Odyssey building.
What is the Odyssey building?
So the Odyssey
I actually
building.
don't know.
See, this is great. So you can get to the Odyssey building if you left Test Track and you walked across that cement bridge where
Yes.
there's water, below you, and the monorail track is above your head. You can walk straight into that building.
Okay, got it. I
So
didn't
it's
know
right
that was
there.
called the Odyssey building. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Used to be
Oh,
a
and
restaurant,
by the way,
and
I spelled-
recently it hosted Epcot, the Epcot experience, which showed you about the future of Epcot.
And I do know that I spelled filet mignon wrong, and I didn't want to change it by the time I posted it up there. So nobody
I don't think that's wrong.
Oh, did I spell it right? Mignon?
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Well, there. I guess I did. So the cheese soup and pretzel bread is another one. So when you go to Canada, the booth, just get that. Get the filet mignon. Go get the adobo yuca fries. You're good for the night. Then you just have to find a dessert.
Were there any returning desserts that you liked?
Oh, for that particular festival?
Yeah.
I would have to look back on the list. These are just the things that I think were the best of the fest, I guess you could say.
See, this is another situation where Disney could use some big improvement as far as allergies and allergens go, because there's not much in the way of dairy allergy friendly foods at the festival. So it's just a festival that's down on the bottom of my list of I really don't care for food and wine. The music's great, and that's about all I get out of the festival, though.
Well, it's good for you to speak up. You need more people like you to speak up more. And, we've definitely partnered with a wonderful girl, and she has an Instagram account. Disney, was it? I'm going blank on it. At Disney Allergies with Ashley on Instagram. She has a great account, and she posts anything and everything that people who have challenging diets, they can follow her, and she posts all the time. So that's important for sure. So let's talk about and we're holding back what I think is the most exciting story. So that's coming up last here. But Dana informed me before you went live that Disney just released, and Jacob knew about this, Disney released a massive movie release date, a bunch of changes. So
big pushbacks.
Yeah, this article, I'm not sure where it came from, but let's see. It was written by Jackie Gailey. Oh, Jackie Gailey from DIZ Unplugged.
Yes.
She says, it's no secret that some of the most highly anticipated films coming out in the next few years are from Disney, with their studio producing Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, Avatar 3, and the upcoming Star Wars movies. The release dates for most of these movies have been in place for quite some time now, but nearly everything has changed for the company since those dates were released. The release dates for 15 films you might be looking forward to have been pushed back. And let's see, some of those are, just looking through this article quickly. So let's see, if this was taken from Screen Rant, and Captain America Brave New World moved from May 3rd, 2024 to July 26th. That's not that bad.
That one's not bad.
No. Untitled Alien movie dated August 16th, 2024. Thunderbolts.
Alien, I didn't even know.
I didn't either. I mean, I guess now owning Fox, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Disney is coming out with a reimagined Alien movie.
Wow.
That sounds pretty exciting.
I know.
I'm a fan of that franchise. Let's see what Disney can do with that.
100%.
Thunderbolts, which I believe is another Marvel movie, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. July 26th to December 20th of 2024. But the weird thing is they actually moved Deadpool 3 from November 8th to May 3rd. I'm thinking they did that because maybe so many movies have jumped up, they need something, and maybe that's just has to be the movie that's closest to completion.
Probably.
You know, to fill that gap. So there's many more on here. Probably don't have to go through them all, but Fantastic Four has moved from February 15th, 2025 to May of 2025.
I think the big one was the next Avatar went from December of 24. They pushed it to December of 25.
Yeah, a whole nother year. A whole nother year ahead. The live action Moana is going, let's see, the remake. Well, it just says when it doesn't say if it was moved, but its scheduled release date is June 27th, 2025. So Dana, you can touch on that too if you like. I'll just say that Star Wars from December 19th, 2025 to May 22nd, 26, and there's an untitled Star Wars project dated for December 18th, 2026. And Avatar, I'll just finish with this one. Avatar 4 is moved from December 18th, 2026 to December 21st, 2029. Avatar 5 from 2028 to 2031. So,
if you want to read up on why this is happening, there's a great GQ article on it, but it's due to the Writers Guild of America striking. Basically, and I'm really glossing this over. Actors get paid whether they do traditional TV or streaming. Producers, writers, etc., the people behind the scenes are getting pennies for streaming residuals versus TV residuals. Therefore, they want to fight for what previous writers, because if you remember, I think there was a writer's strike back in 2007, and they fought to get equal pay. Now with the streaming services blowing up, that has totally gone away. So this is why they're striking. The TV studios are encouraging producers and all of those behind the scenes to keep working. But the writers are saying, no, thank you. So again, you can Google it. There's a great article that GQ put out about exactly what this is all about. But this is what's pushing everything back. No writers, no words, no movie.
For sure. All right, let's get to the big story here. Disney's Jollywood Nights. First of all, the name itself is amazed is Jollywood Nights.
So me and Roxy were talking about that earlier. And she's like, whoever came up with that name deserves a raise.
Yeah, for sure. So the article out of Disney Parkz blog was written by Alexis Mack, says, "'Tis the halfway to the holidays, and we love any reason to celebrate all that is merry and bright at the most magical place on earth. Here's a look at what's holly, jolly, and new this holiday season." So if I jump down and talk about the Jollywood Nights, it says it's a holiday vibe like you've never felt before. Sights of sparkling decor, sounds of modern beats over classic holiday songs, taste of craft cocktails, and decadent dishes. It's nostalgic and it's glitz and glam galore. This is Disney Jollywood Nights, a new separately ticketed event from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on 10 selected nights from November 2nd to December 20th. Get ready to dress in your holiday glam, best or festive flair. Dance the night away to merry mashups, indulge in divine treats and bubbling spirits, and snap selfies with iconic characters during this new festive event. For an extra dose of cheer, the party wraps up with the return of the nighttime spectacular Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Bam.
And yeah, that's amazing. So you'll experience holiday vibes throughout Disney's Hollywood studios with entertainment areas inspired by different genres. You'll be welcome to Disney Jollywood Nights with a DJ spinning a mix of holiday tunes. Commissary Lane comes to life with a lively Latin street fair. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy host a live holiday special at Theater of the Stars with some of their Disney friends. And let's see, the Hyperion Theater will host spirited sing-alongs. More details to come on that. You can
I want
encounter.
to eat whatever that is. That looks
Yes.
amazing.
Doesn't that look really good?
Really good.
Let's see, the Hollywood Brown Derby and otherworldly soiree. Let's see. Let me start at the beginning there. Encounter glitz and glamour galore at 2 limited capacity entertainment experiences: a jazz lounge at the Hollywood Brown Derby and another otherworldly soiree at the Hollywood Tower of Terror Hotel Courtyard. And again, wrap up the night with Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. There'll be some magic shots that people can take. There'll be 2 new Disney PhotoPass experiences, complimentary digital downloads to your PhotoPass, complimentary with your ticket. And you can meet Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and the rest of the iconic gang in Animation Courtyard on a hot set with holiday props. Some of those characters are going to be throwback friends like Powerline Max and Phineas and Ferb at Echo Lake, Edna Mode, and some Pixar friends. And lastly, after hours, you will be able to ride Slinky Dog, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Rise of the Resistance.
Well, wait a minute. Rock and Roller Coaster.
It's back. It was
Totally
refurbed
missed it.
and it's back. Those wonderful treats that I kind of showed right there. I showed only 2 of them, but you got spicy Korean chicken on a mini funnel cake. That's what that is.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
And then, of course, you've got some spirits there to enjoy as well. So
this sounds like Mad Men meets Havana Nights meets Disney Hollywood Studios.
they probably did a pretty good job of theming all of this, right? Because you're taking the Hollywood flair, the old Hollywood flair feel, and combining it with Christmas. It's
Do they
interesting.
say whether or not it's an adult-only event, or
No, it's not. I don't think so.
it sounds
no.
adult to me?
It does.
The highlight for this out of everything announced today for Jollywood Nights is the return of Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. I have been waiting 4 years for this, and when I read that it was coming back earlier, you can ask Roxy, I let the most ungodly gasp out earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Now, just for a second, I'm going to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to pee in Aaron's Cheerios. We used to get Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam for free.
I know. That's
now
the only
we
bad
have to
part.
pay for it. Now
Well, let's see. They're only doing this event because it says 10 nights.
Yes.
Which makes me wonder, what are they going to do the other nights? Because the holiday season at Disney World is more than just 10 nights.
I think they're just going to give the park a break and allow people to stay longer, normal hours. That way it's not monopolized.
I almost feel like this is one thing in that event they could offer every night regardless.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know.
Like of course, you got to save some things to make the event worth it. But I feel like that's the one thing announced on this event announcement that they could do every night.
Absolutely. That was my point. And I understand, your excitement, because I was excited to see that too. I mean, I am not an Imagineer, but I just think making projections on a building is probably something they could have done a special show for the Christmas party and give us just repurpose Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, for the free folks.
Yeah.
Now I know last Christmas you had we were at Magic on Christmas Day, and we got we didn't get the parade, but we did get the fireworks, and we did get the ride overlay in space and Mad Tea Party. So maybe they'll do the same thing in Hollywood, and you'll get the nighttime show for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Maybe. That would be nice.
Because I'm thinking about it and thinking about what you just said, Corey, but everything in that event is very well themed to, this old school Hollywood theme, but Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam does not fit that theme at all. If you've seen the show, I know Lawrence was watching it earlier online. Yeah. That is very much the spy action, obviously kid friendly, but thriller type show.
Well, and what if it's coming back, but the theming is different?
It's not Jingle Bell, Jingle Band. It doesn't have, prep and landing.
Yeah.
It's a different show then.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if you mentioned it and I missed it. What time does this show? Do they intend for this show, or not the show, but the add-on, this Jollywood festival to start?
Yes. So
the nights to start.
November 11th, 18th, 20th, 27th, 29th, December 4th, 6th, 16th, 18th, and 20th. And the ticket prices will range from $159 to $179 per person.
And typically, what time of night would these add-on events start? They don't shut the park down early, or they do?
Well, I have to say, not too bad. 8:30 to 12:30, so you're getting 4 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are we getting a little bit more there than we normally get with like maybe DVC Moonlight Magic or the after hours events? Because after hour events and what's the other one I'm looking for? The like last night at Magic Kingdom for deluxe resorts.
Extended
Extra magic hours. Those are more like 2 and 3 hours, right? So you're getting 4 hours here. Which,
yeah, but the parties are 5 hours because they're normally 7 to midnight. So this is a little less than that.
Yeah, I mean, well, technically, right? Like when we step foot in Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, technically, when does that party start? Does it start? It doesn't start at 7 though, right? You're allowed to go in the park.
At 4 though.
Okay, you can get into 4 and it starts at 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Well, I mean, with that said, we have a couple of announcements for what we're doing on the channel live, and we are going to the Halloween party. It's confirmed. We are going October 24th, which is a Tuesday, the entire family. So we're excited about that.
Yay!
Very nice.
Yes, and we will be accompanied by Jeff and Holly McGlone. So that'll be amazing. And
do you all dress up when you go to the party? I forget.
We never have, but I mean, I'm willing to do it if Tammy's willing to do it. That's the thing. Will she do it? And Jillian would love to come up with a theme, I'm sure.
If Corey doesn't go to this dressed as Yoda doing his Yoda voice, then we've missed out on an opportunity.
I agree wholeheartedly. Hear, hear.
Would they let me wear a Yoda mask though? I'm not sure if adults can wear masks in Disney, can they?
No, you might be able to get. Could he get away with face paint?
Just ears.
Face paint and the ears.
I could put the ears on and just talk like Yoda. Paint my face green.
That'd be awesome.
When we went to ours last year, we were all princesses, all of us.
Yay! I love you for that, Lawrence.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Lawrence is such a good dad.
Oh, they are a fun family. They know how to have some fun. We are also going to Animal Kingdom for Moonlight Magic, and we'll be live on July 11th from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's going to allow us to meet some characters that are rare to meet. We will be, I think the full complement of rides are open for attractions. So we'll do Flight of Passage. We'll do Navi River Journey, Everest. We'll hit all those big rides. And if they do what they did last year, you can actually go into the Lion King show. The show won't be on, but all the floats are on display, and you can literally go up to like Pumbaa and talk to Pumbaa, and he'll interact with you. I think they'll act more like the character meet and greets with, Mickey, and they really won't speak, but you can have some fun with them. So that'll be fun to do with the stream, and there'll be, special treats and things like that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So along with that content too, in order to do that, we are special guests of my friend Kathy, and we'll be staying at Kidani Village that night. So we'll do a video of a walkthrough of the room, and I'll probably do maybe a vlog the next day or something. So that'll bring us some more content as well. So
nice.
So yeah. So that's pretty good stuff. So we're happy to announce that. And now it's time for this week. So this week in the parks, I think this is a good segment for all of us. But Aaron and I are in the parks several times a week. We see things. There's stories worth telling and things like that. Last night was pretty great to start our stream because it was, for the simple fact of, it was unplanned. And if there is a live streamer, that I love, just like I love Aaron, it's Tanya, that crazy Disney lady. And I've always talked about our roots and where we came from. I feel like we fell off the Tanya tree, and
We did.
we did. And Aaron played a part in that too. So if Dana doesn't know the story, what happened was we started out as a vlogging channel only. I never even had thoughts of being a live channel. It was something I don't even know if I really knew much about it, to be honest. So I just kept focused on doing 3 vlogs a week, sometimes 4, and that's how our channel was growing. And she was a live streamer already, and I think Tanya was at about 10 or 11K when we met her, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere in that range. And that was in 2019, I believe. 2018, 2019.
Wow.
Early
And so-
2019, I believe.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, before COVID. And so we became really good friends. Aaron was part of that with us. So there was a day that the point came where we went live, and it was because of her and Aaron. We had gone to lunch over at Splitsville with Tanya, and she's like, "When are you going live?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And she's like, "You're going live. After dinner, you're going live." So I have yet to go back and look at that live stream. It should exist. But
Who knows
she
after
said,
what you just went through?
yeah. She said, "I don't really know how to set up Streamlabs, but my friend Aaron does." So she literally got Aaron on the phone. Aaron told us how to set up the Streamlabs, and it was like putting your child on a 2-wheeler and just pushing him down the hill and say, "Go." And
I was literally sitting at home because I was not going to the parks that day. All of a sudden, my phone rings. It's Tanya. It's like, what the heck does Tanya want? And it's just like, help me get Corey live. I'm like, oh, okay. Do this, do that, do this. Okay, he's live. Thank you. Bye.
And off I went. I never even asked Aaron if he watched.
I think I watched briefly.
Okay. And I feel like we had about 35 people watching, and it was so exciting. I got to go back and try to find that and see how how much I've changed since then. I doubt it's much, but
We'd love
anyway,
to see it on the channel. That would be great.
yeah, I'll need to look at that, and maybe I'll share it while we're live in a link and say, you all have to go watch this.
Yes.
Our very first live stream.
Aaron, how
Oh yeah,
long have you
I
been
just give her a lot of
live
credit,
streaming?
and I just feel like for some of the things that people love about me when I'm live, it was just watching and learning from her and not trying to be her in any way, but just looking at some of the things that she does and how she operates, and told me that it was okay. And the thing that made it, that I'm talking about, is when I first came up watching people, telling you, there's a lot of live streamers and vloggers that don't want to meet people, or they're not very approachable. And I thought, that's okay. Maybe that's the way we need to be too, which is not in my nature. But we saw Tanya just embrace everybody she meets. And she is the only one out there that has groups that form with her. And look what's happened with us. And it's because we're open and we do want to meet people. So anyway, last night was so much fun because we just kind of ran into each other, and we were following the parade. The cavalcade was coming down, and I was in a great spot at the beginning of Main Street. And the final float with Mickey turns in, and who's walking behind the float? It's Tanya. And so
Of course.
she didn't see me, so I kind of run up to her and I kind of nudge her with my shoulder, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, I said, "How you doing?" She's like, "Hey, I'm just living in Diz." And I was like, "Well, you got to be a little crazy to do that." And so we kind of laughed, and we both ended up started to walk up Main Street, and I said, "Where you going?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to the People Mover." And I'm like, "Well, I'm going to save that for nighttime." I'm like, "But we should race." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea." So we head over to Tomorrowland Speedway and we hype up the chat. And Princess Ruby, who is a faithful watcher of many, many years, puts up a purse of $10. The winner gets a $10 super chat. And Tanya's known for talking a lot of smack in game when she races on Tomorrowland Speedway for the last few years. And we've been talking about how we got to get her on the track some night. And so that was a great opportunity to do that. It was a lot of fun to do it. And I thought that was probably the best thing that probably happened this week. I don't know if you have anything to add to the parks or anything like that.
Did anything interesting happen in the parks? No, not really. I think you pretty much went for the most fun thing. Oh, the only thing I have that happened wasn't even really in the parks. It was today when we were recording this. We were over, we're at Coronado Springs, so we have access to the resort, and we took Ariel in the pool for the first time. It was our first time in a pool, and she absolutely lived up to her namesake. She was splashing around, loving it.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right.
So that probably makes my week at Disney World right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
She's probably one of the cutest kids I've ever seen, and she is absolutely perfectly well behaved. She just looks around, takes it all in. I've never heard her make a peep on a live stream ever. She's amazing.
She is.
She has her moments where she gets cranky, and like any baby. And she was actually like that a little bit ago because I don't know how we got so distracted exploring the resort that she went longer than she should have without a bottle. But as soon as she got a bottle, she quieted right down.
Nice.
Yeah, you're lucky parents.
Yeah, she is so well mannered. She really, really is.
She's a good baby.
We have one more subject to tackle before we get out of here. Let me just hit up our sponsors really quick. We've got Victor Naraki. If you're looking to move closer to the magic with over a decade of helping people find the homes of their dreams, Victor is the perfect realtor of Vision Home Real Estate LLC to help you find the home of your dreams. Go to DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. That's DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. And Victor's trying to increase his numbers on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. His information is down below in the description. If he reaches 10,000 subscribers this year, he is going to donate $1,000 to Give Kids the World. So go over there, help out Victor, tell him we sent you, and help out Give Kids the World. All great things. And certainly, if you're looking to move close to the magic, you definitely want to contact Victor. He's very, very knowledgeable, and he and I have plans to go out next month on a Saturday's morning and live stream some new properties. And also, if you're looking to just visit the Orlando area and Disney in particular, maybe a little bit of Universal, you want to check out our girl, Claudia Anderson. Book your next magical vacation with your magical adventures await. Claudia is creating Disney adventures worldwide. She can create a magical adventure to Walt Disney World, Florida, any Disney park worldwide, Disney Cruise Lines, Aulani Resort in Hawaii, guided group vacations with Adventures by Disney, and she's also a Universal Studios expert. It is at no extra charge to go ahead and book with her. She's available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you can contact her 956-455-8049. And you can also get her on Instagram, all one word.
She's an absolute sweetheart too.
She really is. She really is. We'll have to have her on just to have her on the panel some night to talk some Disney. She would love that.
Did someone say Universal?
Yeah, she's a Universal Studios expert as well. So definitely.
Does she match me, the Universal employee?
She's not a Universal employee, no. But I do tell people. I do tell people. Oh, go ahead.
I said, does she match me, the Universal employee? I said, me, the Universal employee. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Dead joke. It failed.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow in the uptake sometimes. But yeah, so that's all good stuff. Our last subject is why don't you introduce it, Aaron? Aaron came up with this one, and it's a
Yeah,
good
this
one.
was
It's
mine.
appropriate
So
for right now.
yeah, so it is, what's today, June 15th. Summer's practically here, y'all. Especially here in Florida, you can see the clouds behind me. Yeah, so with Florida and summer comes heat, and with heat comes potentially deadly situations with heat stroke. And we just want to touch on some tips and tricks for when you're visiting the theme parks, how to best, tackle the heat here in Florida, because it's really no joke. It can really harm you.
Yeah, and I feel like it's coming on quick. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone's watched our live streams, just this week alone, I have made some comments once the sun has gone down that, wow, it's super humid. It's still like, it was 99. It was feels like 99 degrees when I went live last night at 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it's here. It's here. And, you just want to
It
protect
is.
yourself.
It is no joke. It feels like temperatures right now on the daily are in the triple digits.
Yeah. And certainly, you want to make sure that you are hydrated. It's important to hydrate the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Drink plenty of water so you got a lot in you going in, and just continue to drink. Disney does have a lot of places for free water, so not everybody, comes on a big budget. So if you're trying to save and you don't want to spend the money on drinks, definitely there are plenty of spots where you can go and grab water for free.
And my tip there is bring your own water bottle. You can bring your own water bottle, get those free cups of water, fill your water bottle for free with cold water, because that's crucial.
That's a great tip, because you can just take it, and when you ask for the free water, they put plenty of ice in it. So you can ask for more than one cup too, even if it's just for you. You can say, "Can I have 4 cups of water?" And they'll give it to you, no questions asked. And you can just dump that in your bottle and try to bring a bottle that's going to hold the ice for a little bit, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, like I have this Epcot 40th corksicle bottle. It insulates really well, and it keeps it really cold.
I wanted to mention, if I could, there are a couple places in all of the worlds that there's really nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the sun. One of the places specifically that I feel is really lack of shade, a lack of shade area is Galaxy's Edge. It looks like a desert and it feels like a desert. And there are also not a lot of, a ton of places to sit and just take a load off, which I think is important in the heat as well. Make sure that you're resting and not pushing yourself. Of course, one of the number one signs of heat stroke is a dry, warm skin. You know that you're in trouble if you're experiencing that. You stop sweating. So like the guys are saying, keep hydrated, make sure to rest. But a cheap and a convenient way to cool off if you're feeling nauseous is duck into a bathroom. Duck into a bathroom, put some cold water on your face, and just, even if you have to sit on the floor, just hang out there for a couple minutes till you feel like your core temperature is cooled down again, because those relaxation stations or places where you can get into air conditioning might be kind of few and far between. So a restroom is always a great spot in an emergency where you can duck in and cool off.
Those are great tips. Let me think. What else? I know that it doesn't happen all the time, but when it is super hot, when you're talking about a park like Epcot, the World Showcase has no shade either. And
Not really, no.
Very
that's
true.
something, yeah, and that's something we have to be conscious of when we're with my son Jacob. And so the best way to go about having a great time at Epcot on a really hot day, I think, is to spend the daytime over doing the rides. Dedicate your time to doing the rides, then maybe head over to the World Showcase for dinner and enjoy the World Showcase as the sun's going down. That's probably the best way to do that particular park.
It's also important at Epcot to know your air-conditioned areas in World Showcase. Like you have the American Adventure, you have Mexico. You have what is it? Impressions of France. I think it's the Beauty and the Beast sing along during the day. You have the China show. Know your air conditioned areas and world showcases.
You know, and along with that, take the time to enjoy some of those other things and not be so ride focused where you're having to stand on the queue. You know, and really, if you really work it, you can do a ride, stand on the line, and then go do something that's got a shorter wait, like the American Pavilion, the American Experience, or
even a show indoors, Lawrence, like a Hall of Presidents is a fairly long period of time that should get everybody's core to cool down.
Right. Right.
Oh, exactly. Can I mention one other thing? And I cannot stress this enough. I don't care how much up in Illinois or wherever you live, you're a sun worshiper. The sun in Florida is very, very different than anywhere else. It is much more extreme. And too many times I see people walking around specifically with infants with no head coverings on. Please take care of your skin. There is nothing that will make you more sick than a horrific sunburn. It's going to ruin your vacation.
Sun poisoning. It's a thing.
It's a thing, and it'll happen in one day. And so sunscreen, cover your heads, shade, all of that. I cannot stress it enough. I've been a victim of it myself. So
build off what she said. The amateur meteorologist and me coming out. Pay attention to your UV index forecast, because when it's up there and towards number 10, that means you can get a sunburn in as little as 15 minutes. And I've gotten sunburn at Disney. It is not fun.
Nope.
So not only apply your sunscreen, reapply it as the day goes on, because you sweat it off. It expires because it's only good for so much time to begin with.
Yes, and spray each other down. Make sure that you're getting, the forgotten parts, the backs of necks and the backs of arms. Those are easy spots to miss when you're doing it on yourself. Everybody take 5 minutes in the morning and do the and you'll be good to go.
I see it more often than not these days. You get the women, they wear these low-cut shirts and they don't sunscreen this area, and they end up looking like a lobster around this area.
Yeah.
Please, even women, if you're going to wear this low-cut shirts, it's your call, but make sure you sunscreen it. You don't want sunburn there either.
Correct.
And even no matter what your skin complexion is, you can get sunburn. So make sure to apply sunscreen no matter what. And
pretty much the last tip I have, you're going to hydrate. If, by the way, on that too, you're going to want to also throw in a Powerade every now and then, because you got to replace your electrolytes as well. Water does not replace your electrolytes. And the last thing, if you really need to get your core temperature down, it's sugary, but grab yourself a frozen treat, like a Dole Whip, something that's going to cool you down from the inside.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So sad. We've come to the end of our first podcast, but we made it. We made it. You guys were amazing. We're only going to get better at this. And I can't thank you all enough. And
thank you, Corey, for having us. We're excited for the next one.
Yes.
Like this is the start of something really good. I can see it. I can feel it.
Thank you. I do too. Y'all, you two over there are going to be stars. People are going to love you. I said to Lawrence, I said, wait till you go in the parks. And Dana too. Like you'll get like what, a few months or a year under your belt. If you do this long, you're going to be in the parks and people are like, oh my God, can I get a picture with Dana? Can I get a picture with Lawrence? It happens. But
as long as I'm not carrying the white gimbal, I'll be fine.
That's right. You won't need it. But yeah, thank you so much for anyone that made it to the end of the podcast, watching, listening. We thank you so much. You can catch us every Monday at 6 p.m. The newest podcast will drop. You can watch us on YouTube right here on our channel, or you can jump over to the YouTube Music app and listen. So, yeah, Thank you so much once again, everybody, and stay
Thanks,
tuned
everybody.
for the ending here. If you want to click on another great video from this channel, over 1,000 videos to view, the latest live stream or one of the vlogs, we invite you to do so. So for now, I'm Corey, and who else is here?
I'm Lawrence.
I'm Dana.
I'm Aaron from our Disney World Fix.
That's right. And we're all living in Diz, right?
Living in Diz.
Living in
That's
Diz.
right. See you next week, everyone, in the live
Thanks for watching.
stream to follow for the rest of the week.